Carolina. First day of February, 2026. Like I said, we broadcasting right here out of South Carolina. Right here out of South Carolina. Hope everybody's having a great night. Hope y'all having a great Sunday night. Did I say Saturday? I hope I didn't say Saturday. I meant Sunday. Don't let me get y'all mixed up. Don't let me get y'all mixed up. I mix myself up enough. I mix myself up enough. I don't need to be mixing nobody else up. I'm going to mess around with some reels a little bit tonight. I ain't got a whole lot I'm doing on. We're just kind of waiting on some supplies. That's one of the things about rod building. When you get into custom rod building, one of the worst things I found about rod building and the most annoying thing is trying to get supplies in and trying to get supplies stocked up and having what you need on hand. You know what I mean? That's one of the most difficult ones. You know what I mean? K. Joe, what's up, man? Welcome, brother. Welcome back. Welcome, man. Glad to see you again. Glad to see you over here again. Bex, what's up, man? What is up, Bex? Hope you're doing good tonight, man. Just messing around with some reels. We decided I'm gonna dip this reel. I'm gonna dip it in some marble, like a marble hydro dip almost, kind of like a hydro dip, but it's gonna be a marble thing. Once I take this thing apart and down, I should have the stuff in right here at midweek, and I'll be able to start. Taking this thing apart a little bit, messing with it. I'm gonna dip it. I want to take it apart though. I want to take this panel off the side and this panel off this side. Dip it. I'd like to have it ready when that stuff comes in. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody's ever done any kind of dipping or anything like that. I'm gonna get a hydro dipping kit. It's a little more expensive. I gotta wait a little bit. I'm gonna wait and add my dollars up a little bit and get one of those later on. But the marbling, it's called like magic marble thing. I've already kind of done. It's the same process as dipping, hydro dipping. It's just like the people do when they're at home with the paint, spray paint cans, except for this has actual paint that works better, and it's a little kit basically for hydro dipping. What's up, Steve? What's up, brother? Welcome, man. How you doing tonight, Steve? Hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. I haven't seen you in a while. We was all just on the live together. Me, Steve, and K. Joe. We was all hanging out together. Now, I gotta be careful with this thing so it don't explode on me. Parts go everywhere. Whenever I take my stuff apart, if I got anything, if I'm rebuilding a carburetor, anything like that, I get these little things right here for my little bitty small screws and my little parts. Use those as little buckets. They're a little smaller so you don't knock them over. And you can stow them out the way pretty easy. Stow them out the way, if you know what I mean. Man. Yeah, I'm waiting, y'all. I'm waiting on some epoxy to come in. I've ran out of epoxy. I've ran out of blue thread. What else have I ran out of? I think it's just the epoxy and blue thread. And I got a lot of epoxy going on my custom rod building right now, so can't move along real quick. I did take this little plate off earlier. Y'all, there was so much corrosion in here. It was crazy on this screw right here that's underneath it. You got the screw that holds the handle on. I use the magic dish that you can buy at Harbor Freight. The magnetic dish, yeah, I got one of those. But I took it to work. I started using that thing at work. Yeah, I started to use that thing at work, and because I was doing a little, it was coming in more handy there at work. You know what I mean? I do like those magnetic things like you're talking about. I do like those as well. Oh, man. Yeah, we got us I think we got 4 inches of snow here in South Carolina, which that's not a lot. That's a lot for South Carolina, but that's not a lot. I mean, if you know what I mean. That's a lot for South Carolina, but it's not a lot in general. Y'all, I don't know if this is. I bought this. I bought this reel and rod combo. It's a speed spool. What is it? I don't know what. LRZ Pro. Loose. It's a pretty good little. I bought the combo and all, and the rod over there. I've never even been in this reel. I bought it last year. I haven't even had it a whole year. If you're here and haven't subscribed, please do. That's right. That's right, Steve. That is right, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Yeah, I need y'all to. If y'all haven't subscribed, I need y'all to subscribe. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'm kind of going off. Y'all, it's a rod. I do rod building, but I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever whatever's happening that night. You know what I mean? There's no telling what you might see on here. I won't get far off the thread though. I won't get far off of fishing. Everything will pretty much have something to do with fishing. Keep all your parts, everybody. Don't just go chunking parts around. You know what I mean? You don't want to lose them. Yeah, this thing right here. Whoever had this before me, well, it was one of my buddies. I think he got it from his dad. It was one of some of his dad's stuff. It hadn't been too well taken care of. Look at that. That looks like string up in there. Y'all, hold on. Just let me get just a minute, please. I'll be right back. What? Watch out, Bristol. Exactly what that. That's right, Bex. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I had to get me a few Q-tips and a little paper towel and stuff like that. Let me set up my screen so I can see the comments a little better on here. Let me set it up. Set my little bigger screen I got right here up so I can see a little better what y'all are saying. Thumbs off plastic. What's up, brother? What's up, man? How are you doing? It looks like shreds. Something shearing. Something shearing in there a little bit. It's the inside of the bearing. We might have to do some repairs on this. I don't know. I have to see if these parts are messed up or not. That's a little bit warped. I can straighten that out, though. That ain't nothing. I can straighten that out now. I don't know if y'all can even see that. I can straighten that out. We can straighten that out. Oh, Dan, what's up, man? Still cutting, said Dan. Dan said, what's up to everybody? He said, how y'all doing tonight? Dan was just on the subscribers live over there on Facebook. Yeah. Oh, seen my live. Oh. That way I can see the comments a little bit better. Can y'all see everything good here? Looks like it. That way I can see it on here too. Can y'all see it? Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that's a little bit. It's a little bit warped, y'all. I can get it straightened out before I put it back together. We'll stack them up there together. We got one more washer in here. It looks pretty good. That washer don't look bad. I have so much stuff that I need to send you. I have a real service kit from Steen's Oil. It's synthetic grease and oil as well as cleaning. Nah, man. Hey, that's awesome, dude. I just do it with 3-in-1, and I got some grease that I grease them up with when I get it broke down. Heck yeah, Steve. You let me know when you're ready to do all that, man, so I can shoot you. So I can shoot you over some funds. So I can get you them funds to you too for shipping and for all the stuff, man. That stuff ain't cheap to make, brother. I know that. Ain't cheap to make. Get that off. That just screws off, everybody. You know what I mean? Some of y'all might, I'm pretty sure some of y'all already know this, but we'll for those who might not, I don't do it a whole lot. I don't like doing this. I didn't even want to do this on there. Not saying I didn't want to do it on there, but I don't even like messing with the reels on there, man. Or messing with them. I don't even like doing them myself. Like that. Yeah. I think slowing down a little bit. Yeah. It's not looking bad. Excuse me. I've seen worse. When I cast, something's going on when I cast this reel. I want to look into it anyway. Something's going on when I cast it. It wants to get hung up. And every now and then I can feel a hang up on it. Every now and then I can feel a hang up on it whenever I'm fishing with it. And I don't like that. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out what that is. What's making it do that? What's making it do that? Lose my pots. I don't want to lose my pots. You know what I mean? Andrew said, I want my Abu Garcia 754. Heck yeah, man. Shoot, yeah. This is a nice Abu right here. This ain't nothing like that. This is just a regular old Pro Max, I think. I just won that thing though. I'm gonna hydro dip this thing with skull heads on it. That's gonna be sweet when I do that. Nice little reel. Not a bad little reel. It ain't nothing like that though. Ain't nothing like that though. It being the bait caster reel, that's what. Heck yeah. The old bait casters. Man, I like using bait casters. I don't hardly ever use spinning. I use spinning rods for light fishing, for fishing for brim or crappie and stuff like that. That's what I use. Oh, she's springy. That's what I use my spinning reels for usually. I use them good. I use spinning reels a good bit in the salt water. Be careful with this thing, y'all. There is a lot going on in here. It's not. Oh, that's a little bit. It's a little tangy. My advice at this point, okay, if you're ever taking your reel apart, my advice, if you don't know how to put all this back in there, if you don't know how to put all that back in correctly, you stop here. You know what I mean? Because that's what I do a lot. I'm going to grease it a little bit, but I'm going to keep this intact like this because I'm not hydro dipping none of this black in here. The black's going to stay. Just hydro dipping the red. I'll get a few pieces of tape and make sure I got this taped in. There's only a few little parts I'm worried about. No re-greasing and stuff. Now, what you can, if you are taking one of these reels apart like this, there you go, Steve. Just set it in there. I was about to say that. Steve just set it in there. If you're gonna take one of these apart like this and go more, if you're gonna go further than this, you know what I mean? You got a problem or something. I'm gonna inspect these gears real good. Make sure I got something. I got something in here going on that's catching. It might just be a hung up on a little piece of dirt or something. Clean it real good and grease it. Hopefully is what I'm hoping will fix it. To me, the reel's not worth going crazy into. But it's complex in there, so take a picture. Take a picture of it before you go any further than this. Get a good picture of it. Good detailed picture you can go back and look at. If you know what I mean. Just like Steve mentioned in there. If you never want a bait caster reel to ever work again, let me fix it. Man, you know how many I've just thrown away? It wasn't even worth it to send them off. I've gone so far just to be wise enough to know I can take this thing down and put it back together. I'm pretty sure. But I don't like to. It's like doing carburetors and cleaning them. I'm like, man, I don't. There's something always happens. So, especially when I first did it, I remember $100 bait caster I just shredded. I fished it for like 4 months in a season and then sat it up, and then I took that thing and I tried to, I said, I'll service this thing. I'll service it. I'll do a deep service. Yeah. I probably still got parts to that reel laying around somewhere. And that was a long time ago. There's a lot going on in here though, y'all. Need to get my flashlight on it. And all. For safety measures, what we'll do. Give me just a minute, y'all. You might not take a picture. Just like this, y'all. Couple of different angles. That's exactly what you want to do. That way, you don't have to worry about losing no parts. You don't have to worry about losing the parts. Unless, or not being able to put it back together. Y'all do that with drum brakes too. I do that with drum brakes too. If y'all are in the chat, let me know. Say what's up. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button if you're in the chat there. I wouldn't mind knowing you's in there. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking at some stuff. With drum brakes, do one side at a time. You can look at the side. That's right. I do. I still take a picture. I make that a habit. Bro. But yep, you're right about that too. That wheel greases that thing up. Look how loose that shaft is. loose that shaft is. I don't know. I don't know if that part is broken or not. I can't tell. No, it's a fixed piece. I serviced a few of my own. Bought a bunch of reels that were older, said Steve. Huh. What drum digs? I got a Daiwa digital in the 80s. Thought it was so cool. Daiwa digital, huh? That's a nice one. What grease do you use or recommend? Grease that thing up. Was it from the movie Deliverance? That's right. There you go, Steve. That's right. Cleanse oil has the grease and the oil for reels. But I've used marine and I've used high temp. You know what I mean? Any kind of good lubricant grease, really like that, I mean, you can use. You know what I mean? If you need to, something you got like that, any kind of grease, marine or some kind of high temp grease will do good in it. You know what I mean? And all. That's what I would recommend. But they do have that cleansing. I can't remember the name of it. I was trying to think of it earlier, but Steve has it wrote down there in the chat. It's a little kit you can actually get. That's pretty nice. The kit is. That for firearms too. I mean, this is the oil I use on my reels. 3-in-1, just some simple oil. You know what I'm saying? 3-in-1 I use on that. Any kind of brand, you can use about any. But that kit's nice. It just comes with everything. Comes with a nice variety of stuff that you need. Sorry, I have to be out of the screen for just a minute. I'm building a don't lose my parts barricade on this kind of thing. So that way I don't lose my parts. Marine tackle care. God, that's cool. That's awesome right there, Steve. Appreciate that. Throw that in there so Jeff can see it. Jeff said he got his first rod building kit, man. Talking about that last night, man. That's awesome. I think that's awesome. That's just too cool. I love seeing people get into it. That'll hold it for what I need. That'll do the holding that I need. Don't want nothing to come out of it. You know what I mean? That joker's going to be a pain, too. It'll be here this week. Man, that's awesome, brother. That is awesome. Ow. When that thing fall apart on me, sorry, y'all. Give me one part left. Put it where it goes. Make sure no parts are falling off. Sorry, I ain't trying to lose y'all for a minute. I'm just looking at this thing and making sure I've done it right, like I was supposed to. Okay. Look forward to your thoughts. Yeah, Jeff, keep us updated on that, man. I want to see. I want to hear what you think about it too, and all. Did you say it was Jeff? What was it? A fly? Did you get one to build a fly rod? Is that what it was? I can't remember what it was. Was it a fly rod? Man, this reel is so much heavier than that reel. Why is this reel so much heavier, dude? That doesn't make any sense. Jeff said it was a fly. That's what I thought you said. That's awesome, though, bro. I mean, that's awesome. I'm wondering if I can hold it just from that. If I can just hold that and put a little tape on that and be able to dip it like that. I don't want to get a whole lot inside of here. As far as I don't want to get a whole lot inside there necessarily. If you know what I mean. I think I'm going to put a little acetone or something like that on this. I might scuff this up a little bit. I don't really want to, though. I think I might just go with the marble on it. I don't know how well that'll hold up. I do need to scratch it up a little bit or put a little something on it. I need to put a little something on it. You know what I mean? Just take your time. That is right. Yeah, Steve's got good advice there. One carbon fiber and the other one aluminum, maybe. What you talking about, Willis? What's up, Grasshopper? What's up, my man? What is up, brother? Heck yeah, man. Appreciate that, Steve. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Plan to use them. That's good too. Yeah, use them old rods to practice with. use them old rods to practice with for sure. That's definitely a good idea. You don't want to mess that new fly rod up. You might not. You might hit it on the nail, but man, I'll tell you what, it's easy to, that's how you learn the best. But some things you don't want to learn by making big mistakes. Did your power stay on the whole time there, Grasshopper? I didn't lose any power. My daughter made a rod in high school. I still got it. That's awesome, brother. That is awesome. That's cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you on that one. I'd be the same way. Get some grease up in there so it stays lubricated. So it'll stay lubricated. Excuse me. Ran out of popcorn. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. That's a good thing. Way better than running out of any kind of real necessity. I don't know what you say. Popcorn might be a necessity over there, huh? Neil says, what are you talking about? Popcorn is a necessity. Popcorn is a necessity. Ah! Ah! Don't want to lose it. She got an A on it. I caught fish on it. First eye from the reel is a little far, but it handles great. Yeah, that one can be tricky. That one can be tricky there, Steve. I meant freaking Dan. Oh, I called you Steve. I'm sorry. We'll see what happens when I start focusing on something. You like my kids. My mom will do that to me sometimes. She'll call us. I got 3 sisters. Me and 3 sisters, and sometimes she'll call us all. She'll call me by one of the girls' names. I mean, like, dang. Dang. Dang, I don't know what that is on there. It's pretty rough, though. I'm going to rough this up with some sandpaper, y'all, before I dip it. I'm going to rough it up with some sandpaper before we dip it. Boom. During the day a little. That's a little bit of the paint coming off right there. Got a little bit of sandpaper, but I ain't gonna be sanding on it tonight. I ain't gonna be sanding all over this thing. Oh, almost lost it. Spiffy that thing up there a little bit. Get it all nice and spiffy. Call me a hero. Oh, that song. Y'all ever sat there and had a song get stuck in your head and it just be the weirdest ass song ever? And you just don't know why it's there. It's like, why is this song in my head? And you don't even remember, but I'm pretty sure you done heard it on something that day or something, but it don't register why. But it don't register why. It looks awful. Double digits tonight, huh? I think it's supposed to get down to like... It's supposed to get down to like... I want to say like 15 tonight. The old timer trick for painting. 2 stick is to clean the white vinegar. 50-50. Mix, let dry, wipe cloth. Ready to paint. Really? Is that what they say, huh? I never heard of that, man. I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. I have to try that. Cool. Works on these new auto plastics. Really? I might have to do that. I might have to try that, brother. Huh. I never heard of it. I never heard of that before. I know vinegar cleans. I know vinegar will clean good, you know what I mean? If it's y'all's first time joining in here, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all subscribe. Get it a hero. This thing's being a damn pain. Being a pain. I won't ask. I won't ask. Don't worry, I won't ask you. Peeling vinyl is a pain. Almost done with that part. Man, I don't know. I know what you're saying, man. I know exactly what you're saying, bro. Keep my tape on it. Tape keeps coming off. I don't want to take this whole thing apart, y'all. Not tonight. I don't want to get down to the nitty gritty on it tonight. I don't want to get down to the nitty gritty on it tonight. If I don't lose any parts on this reel, I'll be happy. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. I finally got the legal guardianship of my 11-year-old grandson. I'm so happy about that. Been working on it since August. Man, that's awesome, brother. That is awesome, man. That is awesome, man. Congratulations on that for sure. Congratulations on that for sure. I know that's a good feeling. I went through kind of the same thing with my son. Had the same similar situation going on, kind of. I don't know if it's similar, but you know, trying to get custody. Little custody thing going on. But I'm glad to hear that. Wife and I had him since he was 3 years old, and he's 11 now. But was only in her name. She passed August, so I had to get it done. That's right, man. Yep. That's awesome, man. Glad you got it done, too. Glad you got it done, too. That's awesome. I want to get a power handles. I want to get a power handle for it, like a big one. That's a pretty good size handle, to be honest. It's not much smaller than a power handle. It's a little bit bigger than the Abuls and stuff like that. In the Abus. Yeah, I don't feel like pulling that whole middle of that spool and that sprocket out, y'all. We ain't going to do all that tonight. Not just pulling the sprocket out. I'm going to get into all that. It's all there. It's all there. With the little cotter pin in it. I don't want to lose that cotter pin. If I lose that cotter pin in that, it's over. I think you got real good bearings in it. Kind of keep a couple of the parts near each other. I won't take more than one apart at a time. Don't forget we got to go to work early tomorrow. Heck yeah. I don't involve myself in the group text. I just read it. They don't even know. They don't even know I'm in there. I just be lurking around out in there. Be late. Yeah. Well, I told him much more later than about lunchtime. You're going to have a hard time getting me in. You got to make sure it's then. That's hilarious. See, I done brought my tools, my work tools in here. I better make sure I put them out to the truck. I like to leave my tool bag and my stuff at home when I go to work. When I go to work. We might maybe tomorrow night or the next night or one of these other nights, we'll pull this middle sprocket out and get the other side of this reel off. I'm not digging down deep into that. Not tonight. But you take the other side off, you got to pull the whole spook out. Which ain't bad, I just ain't doing it tonight. Max Pro, this is a pretty nice little reel right here. I'm going to be ready to use this. I heard that's what the point. I heard that's. What's the point after 11? I heard that, yeah. You know, 11 or 12. I'm like, shit, man. Dang. He's a grandson on the wife's side. Her son's boy. Okay, they talking about Noah? Yeah, man, that's awesome, though, man. It is looking. When I'm going to take this reel, we're going to take this reel, and I'm going to, like I told y'all, I'm getting a hydro dipping kit, and I'm going to do it right. Like this one, we're doing this one. I'm gonna take it down, take the sides off. I'm gonna hydro dip it with the skull heads on it. It's gonna have skull heads all over. That'll be sweet. Then I'm gonna get a white fishing rod blank. I'm gonna do it whited out with some. Might do some black grips. Put like a grip like this right here on it. One of these two. I think this one would look the best on it right here. Personally. I think. One of these two right here. Ooh, put one of those on a white blank. You know what I mean? Have that on there. Or have this blank on it. One of these two grips right here is what I'm going to put on it to match up. You know what I mean? It's how you know you're a custom rod builder is you build your rods to match your reels. We'll take this. Like I said, I'm going to use one of these two to go with the white blank to match this reel up to it. It's going to be a sweet combo when I get done. What y'all think? White or black grip with that? What y'all think will match up better? What's y'all's opinion? I'm going to do whatever I think because it's for me. But what y'all think? The black or the white grip with it? What do y'all think will look better? Black or white? I'm not sure which one I'm going to go with yet. But it's going to have a white blank. The rod's going to be white. So that black will probably pop. That black will pop right there on that. You know, the black will pop on it, but white's just different. It's going to roll. It's hard to pick, you know. Someone said he likes the white. John said the black. What's up, John, man? Welcome. Will Outdoors, welcome, man. He said white. Mondicium explorum. Not sure what that is. Mondicinium explororium said the white grip. Man, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. You know, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but yeah, Justin said white. What's up, Justin? I was thinking white myself, you know what I mean? Do the white grip on it. I don't know if I don't have anything else that'd really go with that. We have the all white. I don't know where I don't even know how I acquired this grip. I'm not going to lie. Solid white grip. Boom. We'll do a split grip and we'll use all three of these. I've gotten a little wacky like that on a rod before, y'all. I actually called it the wacky rod. Not the wacky tobacco rod, but the wacky rod. That rod was a... But I'm going to get a white blank. You know what I mean? And all. And, man. That thing's gonna be sweet. But I want to get that. I'm going to get that rolling. I'm probably going to order that maybe in the next week or two. I'm going to order that blank and get it in. Because I got to order like 2 more blanks. I think right now, maybe 2 blanks to come in to do some rod builds. So I'm going to, when I do that, I'm going to order me a nice white, probably, I might do a medium. I might do a medium with a, I like the moderate actions. Medium with a moderate action for me on it. Bet you won't put no hot pink on it. I'll build hot pink custom rods, man. This one right here. Oh, Pinky. Oh, Pinky's right here. That's old Pinky. I'll put it on there. I ain't going to say it's going to be for me. That one's looking sweet. Y'all check that thing out. It's got a nice marble job on it. I'm doing this for an awesome woman down there in the Oklahoma area. It's a hot pink. It's not quite, it's pretty close. It's kind of a dark hot pink. It's not a hot pink like that. But that's a good looking rod right there, y'all. That thing is sweet. It's a pretty sweet rod there, if you ask me. CRB color blanks are pretty good blanks and decent price. They are. That's what I got. That's what that's not that rod. That's not the rod blank you seen there. The rod blank on this right here, the one we just started going with. That's a not that blank right there is a CRB like you're talking about. That's a custom rod builder blank. I call them the OMEs. It's got the nice camouflage on it right here. Well, that's we did that. That thing's looking pretty good too, y'all. That's a light. It could be a moderate action. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. No. You know that stuff. How do you finish the grips? How do you mean sand them down and shape them and all? I got a homemade lathe over here. You know what I mean? I built a homemade lathe out of a drill from Harbor Freight and a little bit of wood. And I bought me I think it's a 3/8 metal rod, for my lathe part. And then on the end of it, I drilled a hole in a piece of wood so I could, boom, I can show it to you. I got some stuff on it right now because I was cleaning earlier. But maybe tomorrow night or on one of these lives, I'm going to make a video on the lathe because I had a lot of people when I posted the video of it that they wanted it on there like that. But I'm going to do a video of that. Know the patterns. I buy them like that. I don't make those patterns in them. Somebody else does that. You know what I mean? The patterns are on them. You can do that. I don't get into that part. You can make your grips and get the blocks, different colors, and shape them down, or you can glue them together and make pretty close to something like that. Those are molded like that though. Those are actually molded from a factory like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you promised a short on the lathe. Yeah, I did, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, you promised a short on the lathe. Heck yeah. Steve, obviously. Yeah, man. Well, he's a custom rod builder as well. Steve builds custom rods and stuff. He does quite a bit of the same stuff I do. Old moderator in the chat there. He does quite a bit. Rod building himself too. He knows a little bit too on it. I did promise a lathe video to somebody that I'd put that on there on the short, because a lot of people were wondering about that thing, how I built the lathe. Because I mean, you can pay a couple $100 for a lathe, or I built that lathe about 5 years ago before wood turned into gold. So I think I paid it was like $15 maybe. And that drill might have been less. That drill might have been about a $12 drill. The drill was like $12, and then between the wood and the little metal rod and a few other things, I might have had $35 in it, $40. Got to get one color tomorrow. That's cool, Thump'em. Thump'em's working hard over there to get them towels out for us, y'all. Thump'em Soft's got it going on over there. Appreciate you, Dan. Bay 8 Fishing, what is up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing good tonight. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Big ass rod. Doom, doom, doom. Outwitting creatures with the brain size of a pea. So manly. I know. You know? I know what you mean. I outwitted you. Oh, goodness. Yeah, y'all. I'll do a video of the lathe. Show y'all what's up with the lathe on there. You know what I mean? Show y'all the lathe and the video up of it and everything. Bring it up. Put that on there. I'm not getting into stripping that reel completely down tonight. We're not going to do that. You know what I mean? We're not going to do that. I'm not going to strip that thing all the way down. Oh, goodness. What's your favorite bait caster? My favorite bait caster, I like the Abu's. I like Abu Garcia's. That's what I've always used. You know what I mean? I don't know. Probably Abu Garcia. I like Luz is all right too. This proficiency is growing on to me. This proficiency is a nice reel. It got some pretty good looks too, but I mean, I like quite a few things on here. This is a pretty nice one. You know what I mean? Have you ever heard of proficiency? The real proficiency? You ever heard of that one? Y'all be good. Stay warm and stay. Man, we'll see you tomorrow, Grasshopper. We'll see you tomorrow, brother. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. It's all right, Steve, man. There's a hater. Man, there's going to be a hater everywhere. We got a big old glass of haterade right here. Oh, yeah. Big old glass of haterade. I'm just drinking it up. That's good. That's real good. It's all good. I don't care. Y'all, it's okay. It ain't no biggie. You know, back when I used to not fish myself, which was a long time ago, I used to be that way. You know, I was a jealous man. You know what I mean? I was a real jealous man. I was a real jealous man back in the day, probably back your age. And it was about people caught fish and they was good at fishing and they was anything. They was good at something in their life. You know what I mean? And I, at that point, wasn't good at anything in my life. I mean, I was miserable. My whole life there wasn't nothing I was good at. You know what I mean? I was lazy. I didn't try. And I was kind of like that too, the way you are. I was kind of really jealous of people and I'd just, go off on people for no reason. And I would, get mad at people and just, lash out. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like you did, you know what I mean, on here. And it's okay. It don't bother me because I used to be a person like you, I used to be a pea brain. And I didn't, when I finally started catching fish and I finally started studying my background and I got to where I could fish better, I seen the light. You know what I mean? And I wasn't so hateful no more. My brain started to grow. It got bigger. It got to Homo sapien size, which is 773 centimeters. So that was the turning point in my life. Yours is coming. Yours is coming. You just gotta stick in there and be strong. That's all you gotta do. That's the encouraging quote of the day, everybody. Now that my brain has grown a little more and I'm starting to catch some fish out there, you know what I mean, and things, and I'm starting to, coming around in the world. Oh. Y'all think I'm going to tear that reel apart. Y'all thought I was going to tear that reel all apart on here and embarrass myself any more than I already have by being a fisherman. No! That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. Y'all really don't buy expensive reels. I buy cheaper reels. You know what I mean? I don't buy the expensive reels. I don't have many expensive reels. The most expensive reel I have right now that I bass fish with is this Proficiency. It's like $100. That's $100 right there. I paid $30 for this thing. I don't even know what name brand it is. It works good. You know what I mean? So I think I paid $29 for that somewhere on Amazon. The name of it, I got the box somewhere in here, the name of it. But this has worked good so far. You know what I mean? This has been pretty good. It's more fun to see you talk down the I have a little fun. I like having a little fun, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Have a little fun. But that one, that's the cheapest reel I have right now. And then I do have the Black Max. You can't beat an Abu Black Max. I know probably every one of y'all's done fished with a Black Max Abu Garcia. That thing right there, smooth turning. That thing is that's a pretty sweet reel right there, y'all. I just can't. I mean, it's a small. There ain't nothing to it. It's just a really small retrieve. It ain't nothing to it. Small little handle on it. But this thing right here is this thing is durable. You know what I'm saying? You can drop that thing in the river multiple times. You can throw it in the river multiple times and it keeps working. Just after you do that, make sure you know. Throw your little oil down in here and put a little grease down in your trap. Put a little grease down in that trap, it'll be good. And that was the one I was showing off earlier. That swing sweet. I was saying that one I'm going to turn into the Ghost Rider. I've never used this model, but it's an Abu, and I like a booze. You know what I mean? I like a booze. Goodness. We'll get on there. Got to clean the rod up. That's what I matched that up with, y'all. Y'all have already seen that. This is the rod that I have that on right there. Boom. You know what I mean? I'm gonna set this up here for just a minute. Y'all know. Oh goodness. It's like pulling your gun out and cleaning it. You know what I mean? It's like pulling the gun out and cleaning it. And my weapon of choice, y'all, my weapon of choice is a 7-foot. This is a medium light. So this thing right here, whenever you catch a fish, when you catch a fish on this bad boy right here, you having fun. You know what I mean? You're gonna have a fun time. Oh, is she still running her mouth? Or Case? I'm not sure if that's a he or a she. Fishing is not a personality, although this idiot tries. Fishing is not a personality. You know what? They don't. You know what? I'm starting to believe that pea brain thing, y'all. I don't know. This is my way. Y'all know whenever you got like somebody that doesn't like something, you know what I mean? Which is obvious. And then you just pull out your pull out your fishing rod, what you use for a weapon. You just get out there and you just start cleaning it like it was yo shoddy. And you know, your firstborn daughter's boyfriend sitting over there on the couch and you pull out your 12 gauge. And you just start cleaning it in front of them. Like, yeah. It's terrible. Y'all, I'll show y'all a little hack that I know about on here. You know, I'll show y'all a little hack. I'll be right back there. Put a little water on this thing. Try this to clean out my reed, clean my grips a little bit. My grips are dirty. I'm gonna clean them a little bit. Don't stop, keep going. Y'all get you a magic eraser. If you got a rod and you got these EVA grips on there, just get y'all a little magic eraser and clean it. You can clean it pretty good with that. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. Y'all can see on there. You can see the dirtiness. You can see where I've cleaned it once already. I'm going to clean it around. You see how it's clean right here? Then you come around in there and it starts getting dirty. That's just this magic eraser right here, y'all. This magic eraser will clean it right up. It's all good. Whoa. It's all good. I'm not worried about that. It's like they say with that. I mean, that's just... Even if somebody's being ornery in there, that's just more engagement on your post, you know what I mean? Y'all, like I said, I used to be like that too. I used to be the same way. Red State. Natural red state. What's a red state? What's a red state? What is a red state? I don't know what that is. Explain me. Explain to me what a red state is. I'm not sure about that. Is it next to the Red River or something? You know? Or are you talking about politics? Because politicians and politics, who you voted for ain't important when I'm fishing. I promise you that. I could care less. So if that's like political, man, you're barking up the wrong tree, honey. You know what I mean? You'd be better off. You'd be better off insulting me about fishing. You'd hurt my feelings more. You know what I mean? You'd hurt my feelings more by talking about fishing, telling me I ain't a good fisherman. Now that, you really want to get me going? Tell me I'm not a good fisherman. Now I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you. Y'all, that thing come pretty clean there. Y'all see how clean that thing come? Especially compared to that front grip. Look at that front grip. Dirty. See you later, man. See you later outdoors. Or I'm outdoors. Appreciate you joining us, man. Appreciate you joining us, brother. Have a great Sunday night. It's getting close to Saturday morning now. Or something Monday morning. Dang, Monday morning. That's tomorrow, y'all. You know what I mean? That's tomorrow morning is Monday. Dang. Our new friend in the chat. Hey, that if Monday was a YouTuber, we got a Monday already in the chat. You know what I mean? Oh. My goodness. Monday's talking again. Monday's talking again. It's okay. This right here cleans up the grips pretty good, Steve. If you got any EVA, this works pretty good. You've probably been doing this for a while already, man. You know what I mean? It must be a Daryl. You're right. That's what we'll call him from now on. Daryl. We'll call it Daryl. We'll call it Daryl. Oh, man. Let me get a hold of this thing right here. Get this thing cleaned up a little bit for when fishing season starts here soon. I'll be ready to go. Be ready to slay the fish. Whenever the season starts. I'm going to service that green reel too. I'm not going to do any marbling on it. Yeah, I use it on cork too. Yeah, I heard it can clean it can clean cork grips too as well. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Man, you show it all over. Man, you know what? There's nothing more creepier than, you know what I mean? Having no more of a life than to sit inside of a chat of something you obviously hate. And hate. I mean, I feel sorry for you. I'm not mad. You're not manipulating me. You're not making me mad. You're making me mad. Oh, no. There's a lot more than that to make me mad. Shit. Oh, goodness. Manipulate. You want to manipulate me? You know what I'm saying? If you want to manipulate me, you can get some nice Cincos or something. Dangle that in front of me. You'll be able to manipulate me with that. You know what I mean? Not your words, though. You got to come more. You got to come better than that with your words. Words? Words? Shoot. No, words don't bother me. That's cleaning up pretty good right there, y'all. Ooh, that thing's already looking good. That thing's looking back brand new right there. It is, Steve. It is. You're right. You talk a lot about me for someone. It's a live chat. Okay. All right. Y'all, excuse me for another minute. P-Brain needs another explanation. Okay. This is YouTube. All right. And it's live. And the purpose of a live is so you can communicate and so you can interact with your fans and haters. If it be that, if it be that. But that's what a live is all about. So you can communicate with people and you can talk with them in real time like we're doing now. So for me to engage with you would only be upholding the whole purpose of this live. You know what I mean? So what I'm doing is I'm engaging. Whether it's good or bad, hate or not, you know what I mean? It helps me more than you. So when I see something that helps me more than the person that's hating, yeah, I'm going to engage with you. It would be stupid not to, you know what I mean? That's why we haven't banned your ass yet. Because we enjoy it. It's kind of fun. I got moderators in the chat right now that could have banned you if they wanted to already, but you're kind of fun, actually. You know? I hate to be the one to say that, but you're actually kind of fun in here. So I just wanted to explain that to you again. I'm sorry. Explain that to you. How the live works. What the purpose of the live is. I just wanted to make sure you was, if you're not aware of that, now you are. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'll bet a woman runs from you. I thought you was a woman. You ain't ran yet. Be right back, y'all. Grab me another paper towel. I'm going to grab another paper towel to wipe up these tears I got. Oh. Y'all, that thing come really clean, though. That's cleaner than I thought it would get on this grip. It's a lot cleaner than I thought it would get with this. This is just a dry erase. Oh, like your Mr. Clean, y'all, that I'm using on this grip. Because I've scrubbed it with the other stuff. There's other things that work kind of, but this doesn't damage the grip. This doesn't pull none of the EVA off of it. It doesn't mess the grip up none. That's what I like about it. That's what I like about it. That's what I like about it. But it helps the algorithm. It does, Jeff. It does. What's up, Chris? I didn't even see you in there, brother. What's up, brother? How you doing? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well tonight. Too much fun. It is too much fun, man. It's like, you know what I mean? It's almost like too much fun. Oh, man, that ain't no problem. Ain't no problem, Michael. Welcome, man. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it in here, brother. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing great tonight, man. I asked if you snowed in, bro. No. I'm not, brother. I'm not snowed in, man. No, sir. We kept our power through the storm and all that stuff last night, so we were pretty good. We got pretty lucky. I don't think we lost much power around here at all. I'm not snowed in at all. Y'all, that thing looks so much better. Look at that. That thing is sweet looking. Looks a whole lot better. Bam. Yeah, that thing looks sweet right there when you team it up with that. Yo, Will. This is my setup, y'all. I done slayed the fish on it this year at the river. this last past fall. You know what I mean? It's a good little setup. I done slayed the fish out there. But y'all, it would look nice to put a they have like the lightning, kind of like not zebra stripes, you know what I mean? But like a tribal almost you can put on this in black. That'd look good, wouldn't it? Put a little tribal in it in black. Like that. What do you use on the bottom of your ends? You talking about down there? Hey, I forgot, dude. I forgot I didn't even have this on until I got back in here and took the reel off and set this rod back in here for, cleaning up. That's when I noticed I didn't have that on there. I never put it on, and I forgot to put it on. I put butt caps on it, man. I glue them in there. Little butt caps. A little butt cap. Like that. Like our new friend in here. Butt cap. Pea-brain butt cap. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's this right here. Boom. Little butt cap. This one I actually marbled. I don't know if you can see it, but I put a little marble job on that one a long time ago, and it was a test thing, and I haven't found a rod that it would even match up to go with. But I glue them in there. Glue it in there. It does like that. Matter of fact, before this goes back out the door to go fishing, I'm going to glue that on there. I can't believe, surprised I forgot to put that on. You know what I mean? That's the reel you're going to paint. I'm not painting that one. I'm doing this one. We're going to do this one right here. The old red loose. We got it taken down, Chris. And I got one side of it. I'm going to get the other side off. And I'm going to dip that first. We're going to make sure I know what I'm doing. We're going to make sure I know what I'm doing before I go too far with that. You know what I mean? If you know what I'm saying. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy like that. You know what I mean? Oh, goodness, yeah. Is that girl still running her mouth in the chat? My goodness, that girl must not have nothing to do in her life. She's steadily so mad about fishing. She must really suck at it. I told y'all I was the same way before my brain grew and I started learning how to fish. I hate to admit it. I was the same way, y'all. You know what I mean? I was the same way. I was just like that, too. I was the same way she is. Should get some custom ones made by BigSrod's. That's right. I'm wanting to start to do a little more in this reel thing. If I can get them things to start, I might do a couple reels for some people. If I can get pretty decent at hydro dipping them, you know what I mean? Doing them in the hydro dip. You know. Yeah, she's still going. That's funny. Michael said maybe wants to play with your end cap. Yeah. Y'all, this ain't the first time, you know what I mean? It won't be the last. There's always somebody that's mad that you fish better than them. She probably fishes all the time. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that really hate on you. You know what I mean? It's like your kind. You know what I mean? Is the ones that really hate on you. It's like the ones that are in there. Y'all ever notice on that? I don't know if it's hidden in there. Y'all see the little bonefish I got in there? It's green, just the same color as a rod. It's kind of hard. You don't see it unless you look for it. It's a little bonefish in there. Pretty sweet. It's a bonefish. It's a bonefish. Put another coat on this one, but I'm not gonna put it on there right now. We ain't gonna put that coat on. I gotta get my epoxy in so we can put a coat on this thing. I hear you, Chris. That's right. That is right. That is right. I'm going to put all my pieces for my reel over there so I don't lose them. I don't want to lose my reel. There's a lot of very small little pea-size bolts and nuts and washers and all kinds of stuff I don't want to lose over there. So if you do take a reel apart like I did earlier like that, like I showed y'all, I use these Mount Olives, the magnetic trays and all that. Put it in one of these kind of things. Don't just throw it on the table. Because I promise you will lose it. If you just throw it on the table, you'll lose it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll show y'all this one. We put a nice coat on this one. Oh, was it the last live? I don't think it was. No, we working on the other one on the last live. This rod has a lot going on. It's got marble on it. It's got nice thread work right here. It's got a custom wrap going right there. That's called a chevron. I don't know if y'all are familiar with what a chevron is. But that's a nice chevron right there. Boo-wee. And this bad boy right here has got decorative all the way up to the first guide. So there ain't nothing left unscathed except for this part right here. Has nothing on the blank. That's made for a decal right there. So whoever, when they get this rod, they can put, I can put a personal decal on it and put your name on it, put your business, whatever, you know, whatever they might want. These grips are nice too. I like the grips. Boom, with the green reel seat. Pops it off with the grips and the black blanket. That all just chimes in. It all chimes in together. You know what I mean? Boom. That one's a sweet. There's a lot going on with that rod right there. You know what I mean? As far as having the nice thread work on it and all that. That's, you know, the higher end. If you're liking the live, yeah. If y'all enjoying the live, hit the live button. Or hit the like button. I said live. Hit that live. Hit the like button. You know what I mean? My goodness. I'm gonna get, like I said, I'm gonna do that. I done tore my whole boat apart. I might go over a little bit on it. It ain't gonna be all fishing. I do fishing videos, do all kinds of stuff. I'm tearing my boat apart right now, and I've ordered about 3 things. I got to order about 4 more things, and I'm gonna start putting it back together. I got a nice power drive trolling motor this year. I'm gonna upgrade on my boat. I'm going to go to a power drive trolling motor. It's an older one, but it's new to me. You know what I mean? And I'm going to set that up so when I'm in the river this year, I don't really use a trolling motor for bass fishing around a lot. What I use a trolling motor for is weaving in and out on the banks when I'm floating the river. I use it to keep me from hitting stumps and getting in log jams and brush piles and stuff like that. And plus, you know, instead of having to throw my anchor out, if I get on some fish or I'm in a good spot, usually when I'm on the river, I just throw my anchor out and let my anchor catch, and then I stop there for a minute. Wherever the anchor hangs me, that's where I'm at. Fish a little bit, got to pull my anchor back up and then start floating again. Every time I want to stop, you know, if I want to stop on one side of the log and the other, without a trolling motor, it's getting real aggravating for me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get a little older in my age, so trolling motor is necessary. That's right, man. That's right. Appreciate that, Chris. Appreciate that, brother. Your grips are cool. Where'd you get them from? I order them offline from somebody, man. You can find some people that do those on Amazon. You can find them everywhere now. But I had a guy that sells them in bulk, and he has quite a bit. He's on eBay, is where he's at. And I don't know where he gets them from. I don't know where he gets the grips from, but I purchased them from him, and I'm pretty sure they come from over there in China or Malaysia or something like that, you know. Not exactly sure where he gets them from, but I do get them. I don't make my own grips. All I do is shape them and sand them down to fit my rods. I don't make the grips. You can make the grips, but I'm not even getting in. I'm not getting into that world. John Suction, y'all going to Winston-Salem this year? I don't make it up there a whole lot, man. You talking? Are you speaking to me, brother? I don't make it up to Winston-Salem much. What's going on up there? Winston-Salem. What's going on up there, brother? There's a rod builder show going on up there? I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't know there was a rod builder. Hey, I'm gonna go up there to look at all the awesome rod builds. I dang sure wouldn't be entering in nothing. I haven't heard nothing about that. If there's some kind of rod show going on up there. Yeah, rod show. Huh. I didn't know that, John. I didn't know there was. I have to look into that. I didn't know there was a rod builder show going on there at all. I didn't know that. I'll have to look into that. It's like an expo. It's like a rod building expo. I got you. Hey, that'd be nice. That might be nice to go to. If it's an expo, you know what I mean? Which I don't mind seeing other rod builders and stuff and all like that and everything. And I don't mind seeing other guys stuff like that. I love seeing other rod builders, but I don't like if it's a like a like a showing off or seminar or something like that. I mean, I don't know. Well, today out there. I hadn't even heard nothing about that, to be honest with you, man. I hadn't even heard nothing about that. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I didn't see nothing about it, especially on all the rod building stuff I'm on Facebook. I figured that'd pop up somewhere. I'm not in anything local though, but I don't know any local rod builders around me that I'm aware of that are actually that are rod built. I mean, I know some people that I've built rods before, I've done this and that, but I don't know any rod builders that are really local around me. You know what I mean? What's that, Steve? Oh, okay, I got you. Bunch of good components and blanks there. Huh. What is that? I'm not sure. I can't click on it right now while I'm in the thing. I'm not sure what that is. That's pretty nice though. I love being able to build a rod. Are you talking about, is that for that thing? Or is that a company? Because I can't click on the link right now. That's the Winston-Salem show. Oh, okay. I can't click it and bring it up right now. My iPad won't, or my little pad thing won't let me do it either. It won't let me do it either. The Winston-Salem show. I have to check that out, man. Appreciate you bringing that up, John. Appreciate you bringing that up, man. I didn't know nothing about it, honestly, myself. To tell you the truth, I didn't know anything about it. I'll message it to you. Cool, man. Or the expo. If they're selling components, it must be an expo. It must be an expo. Y'all done ran our girl off, I think. Y'all ran that poor lady off. Y'all done hurt her feelings. Shame on y'all. Inhumane is what y'all is. Inhumane. Oh, man. Let's get up, y'all. We got this American. We got this Patriot rod right here. And if our girlfriend is still in here, she probably hate this thing too. She probably hate this weapon. This is the real weapon right here. This is a 7'6" medium heavy spinning rod with a nice reel seat on that bad boy. Got the American flag. That's what I want to do to reel seats too. I can do stuff like this on reel seats and on reels, and it'll come out like that. You know what I mean? It'll be a nice, thin, nice texture, and you'll be able to put a clear coat on it, and it'll last. And that's what I want to be able to do too. I've done a couple of them in marble, but I haven't hydro dipped anything yet. That thing has a nice, smooth marble job on it. That thing is sweet. Boom. That's pretty sweet. Show dates. The next show will be the Saturday, 20th of February, Sunday, 1st of March. Huh. That is that's pretty fast. That's all in less than a month away, brother. It's the red, white, and blue theme, y'all. Oh, that's one of the rods we got going. Along with this one we have going. We do have one started up there for a buddy here in North Carolina, and it's a pretty sweet rod as well. You know, we'll go over a couple of these rods real quick. I ain't gonna keep you all on here too late tonight. Some of y'all seen them, some of y'all haven't. That's a nice one right there. It's a 7 foot heavy, medium heavy. I think it's a medium heavy actually on here. It's got a nice marble job on it. It's got a sweet. It's sweet. It's got a good marble job on it. It's not nothing really fancy about that one as far as it's just a good, sweet looking rod, you know, solid looking rod. It's going to have a spot for a decal right there, and it's got the nice marble. And just like that other one, it's all the way up to the first guide. That's going to be a sweet casting rod. Got to put a few more guides on that. We're going to slap an Abu Garcia Pro Rocket. A C, I think it's a C. It's 5500 Pro Rocket. That thing's pretty sweet. Oh. Bust these out, show a couple of these to y'all. This one right here is the Junior for the Patriot over there. It's about the same setup as that other one I just showed y'all, the catfishing rod, except for this one's a light rod setup. Got a fella up in Montana that had this made. He's in the Marines, and we're going to put a Marine sticker right here, and we're going to put his name right here, and he's going to do some trout fishing up in Montana with it. It's got the nice American, you know, patriotic theme on it too as well. That thing is sweet. That thing is sweet. She's back. That's okay. We're not worried about that. I thought we ran her off. I was hoping not. I hate when people leave the chat. I was hoping we didn't lose her. Oh. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad she's back, y'all. I was starting to miss her. We were starting to miss you, girl. Glad you're back. I'm showing off my rods. If you're interested. Showing off all these awesome rods. Fishing rods, that is. Y'all, this was sweet right here. This is almost like a camouflage I'm going to do. Like I was talking about with the Ghost Rider. This is a rod pretty much set up like that with the black blank on it. Like I was talking about earlier when I was wanting to set that other one up for myself. This is pretty similar to what that's going to look like. We're going to have probably a white. I'll probably have a white reel seat on that one too. And then if we go with the white grips, maybe you can kind of see what that looks like. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. Bam. That thing's looking pretty sweet. Y'all, there's rods. I got rods for days back there. I got quite a few of them I got going that I'm working on right now. Got quite a few of them that's going on that I'm working on right now. You know what I mean? Birch and Bullet. You see my comment? I didn't see your comment. I missed your comment, Bubba. I missed your comment. Sorry about that, brother. What did you say, man? Trying to fix this other screen I got over here so I can see. I can't half see the comments. I got to do the live on my phone, and on my tablet over here is where I look at the comments on. You know what I mean? Moderate drink. I had my boyfriend's rod snap yesterday, and I'm looking for a new ultra light. You got a recommendation? An ultra light, if you're looking for get an ugly stick. I mean, if you're not, I know you're not, I mean, wanting a custom rod built, you know what I mean? I don't know if you want a custom rod built, you know what I mean? But an ultra light, I like ugly sticks as far as ultra light. If you want an ultra light, the best place to get that from, a custom rod is here. It's going to cost more. Custom rods are more no matter what. But if you're looking to be just budget and you're wanting to ask my advice, because production, I got some production rods. If you're talking about something you can get from Walmart or something you can get from over the counter, I'd go with an ugly stick, Shakespeare. Ugly stick. Do you think you could do an all tan one with a camo tan and black handle with my YouTube name right above the grip? Probably can, man. I got a nice reel seat back here that I'm going to use on a camouflage rod. Camo, tan, and black. I'd have to look for that grip. I'm pretty sure I can find it. I don't have a tan and black. The closest one to a camouflage grip that I have is this one. On a camouflage grip wise. That one's pretty sweet though. I've been holding on to that one. That's a camouflage grip though. It's pretty sweet. Appreciative. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You know what I mean? This grip is actually, it's like almost like a desert storm, kind of like, you know what I mean? Like a tan, like you're saying. It's got a tan in it. It's got a dark brown and a tan and like almost a beige. That's a pretty sweet one. I was going to team that up. My thoughts. Because y'all know, with this little brain of mine, I do all kinds of thinking. I'll be thinking about all kinds of stuff. Our friends got me thinking. I'm coming right back, y'all. Trying to find this reel. It's not the same camo, but I can get one in different camo because I picked this one up and I was going to camo this one out with the camo reel seat. But it's not the same color, man. It's a nice casting one, but it wouldn't. I'm not liking it because it ain't matching up. You know what I mean? Like different camos. It's like when you wear a Sika jacket with some real tree pants. But I'm going to take this one and put it on a black rod and put it on like just a tan, like you're saying, like just like a tan. That'll look good on it too. But man, we can, if you want to hit me up, man, message me or holler at me, man, we can figure something out on it. We can definitely figure something out on it. He said that'd be perfect. Oh, heck yeah. How long is that? You talking about the grip? How long is the grips? I want to say they're 18 inches. I think I buy most of them. When I buy them, they're 18 inches. If you're asking how long the grips are. Pretty sure they're 18. 17. 17 inches if you're asking about how long the grip is, man. You know? I don't know yet. Still, I'm just trying to get an idea. I want to get a custom rod. I just don't know when yet. I got you, man. You just let me know, brother. Hit that subscribe button if you don't mind, man. I'll sub back up to you. And that'll get me on your radar, you know what I'm saying, brother? And if you decide one day you want to bite the bullet, you want to get after it, you know, we can talk. I mean, I don't get crazy in there and do a lot, but if somebody's really serious, we'll get a rod going. How I do it is I do a little deposit. You gotta have a materials deposit before we even start, you know what I mean? That's just to cover the grips, the rod blank, the reel seat, the guides. It's just to cover all that. That'll be just a little deposit. And then after that, you know, right before I ship it to you, then we'll do the rest. That's how I usually do things. But if you're interested, man, let me know. Holler at me. Yeah, Jeff, that's 17 inches. They're all about, you can get them in 10 inches. You can get them in 8. Some people cut them to different lengths. But I always get the 17s, or I thought they were 18s. I don't know why. I always get these longer ones because whenever I do a catfish rod, or like that big catfish rod we're doing for the lives on Facebook, man, that thing took up every bit of the grip. You know what I mean? It took up all the grip to get that one. So I always do at least 17s. And if I do a split grip on like a light rod or medium rod, split grip with them, I can get 2 of these. I can get 2 rods out of one blank or one grip, which is nice too. You know what I'm saying? If you can get 2 rods out of one grip, that's nice. It's not a bad deal. I do also know a guy really close to me, so I still don't know. I got you, man. Heck yeah, man. Whatever you figure out, man, just let me know, man. If you want to holler at me about it. I mean, like I said, it'd be, if you wanted a rod build right now, it'd be June before I could get to it. Wait, not June. I'm wrong. Probably I jumped a month there. February, March, April, about April. It'd be April before I could start it. I'm back. I got quite a few going right now. I got 5 rods going right now that I'm building. So, but this one I've been holding on to, man. That's a pretty. I like that one because I wanted to do something like you're talking about. I wanted to do some kind of camo grip on it. You know what I mean? But I got right now over there. I got shoot. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I probably got 50 grips over there right now, 30 or so. They're all on the table back over there. It's just a whole bunch of grips. I got a bunch of them in boxes below it too. Got a bunch of grips in boxes below that as well. The guy that a while back when he was giving a real good deal on custom grips. So I was buying 20 at a time when I was getting them from him. That's nothing. That stack on that table used to be twice as high. I've done built 40 rods. I've done used 40 grips, probably on rods since then too. I make a bunch of jig spinners, bin baits, buzz baits. Man, hey, that's awesome, brother. Hit that like, man. I'll sub back to you, man, and check you out. I love checking out bait makers and stuff, man. Awesome, man. You know what I mean? Like them crappy jigs, man. I'd like to see some of your stuff. Do you post it on your YouTube stuff? Not sure. That'd be awesome. I'd like to check out that stuff. I love seeing bait makers and stuff, man. I may surprise you, but I'm turning 15 tomorrow. Man, I'd like to see that. Yeah, that is awesome, buddy. That is awesome. Happy early birthday, Bubba. Young man. My son turns 14 next month. My son turns 15 next month. I got a 14-year-old son. Little junior me, little pro staffer. And he turns 15 in March. So that ain't no surprise, man. That's awesome you doing what you're doing at that age like that, man. To have a young teenager your age that's out there doing little, bass fishing and making baits and doing all that stuff like you're doing, man. It's awesome to see that instead of you being out on the streets, running the streets and doing what a lot of other 14 or 15-year-olds do. You know what I mean? To be honest, electronics suck. Yeah. I never use electronics, man. I don't use electronics. I use the trolling motor and stuff like that, but electronics, as far as that goes, I don't use them a whole lot. I don't get a whole bunch into that. I just know my fishing spots, especially local around here. I know where the fish are at. I don't need no machine to tell me. I know exactly where they're at. I've been fishing these waters around here for years. You know what I mean? But they're nice. They're nice to have. It's nice to have a electronic here and there. Like when I'm fishing new waters and I've never been there, I like to have a little electronic or something. I like to have, when I have an electronic, if you talk about like that on a boat, all I'm looking for is the depth of the water and structure underneath. That's all I really need to see. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to see them little pea-sized brains those fish got. You know what I mean? I don't need to see all that. I just need to see habitat areas where if you're fishing and you know what's going on, you can fish it pretty good. You know what I mean? Oh, I got you on the electronics. That's right, too. I'm talking about both electronics over here, man. No, I know what you're saying, too. Yep. I'd rather you be building baits and fishing and stuff and doing things like that, man, than out on the streets. That's awesome, dude. You know what I mean? That is awesome that you're doing that instead of, running the streets. That's what I do with my son. You know what I mean? He fishes. He gets on his little bit. He does wrestling for the high school. He wrestles on the high school team, and he's been playing a lot of baseball. Tryouts are coming up. I'm not sure if he's going to try out or not. I hope he does. You know what I mean? I love me some baseball, man. I'd be so happy if he'd get on the team over here at the high school. But he wrestles right now on the varsity team, which is good. So between that and us fishing and stuff, it's slowed down a little bit during the winter here, but I like to keep him busy too, man. Keep him fishing and playing sports and doing everything but getting out on the streets and, you know, want him to get a good head on his shoulders when he comes up. Same with you, man. Like, you keep looking like that, you'll have a good head on your shoulders. You know what I mean? You'll have a good head on your shoulders. Keep that up. I'd use electronics for depths and temps, but couldn't find fish with them if I tried. That's how I am. I can't ever finish. I can't ever figure out an electronic. You know what I mean? I never am able to figure out if on a depth finder if this is fish here or that there. I'm like, okay, look at that drop off right there. There's a nice cliff. There's gonna be fish right on it. You know what I mean? It goes from 8 foot to 16 foot like that. There's gonna be fish down there on it. You know what I mean? That's just knowing stuff. You know what I mean? And the problem with these electronics and everything that people are doing with the live scope and everything, I don't have no problem with it. I don't fish for a living. I don't make my money off fishing. I don't do all that stuff. You know what I mean? I fish for pleasure and a little bit of food every now and then to feed. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. I don't. It's not a competition for me when I'm fishing. So electronics, it ain't really bothering me real bad about it. I mean, I can understand some people getting a little testy about some of these new electronics coming out. But personally, it don't bother me myself. You know what I mean? Because I know where the structure is and where stuff is. So I teach my son because, I mean, I don't want nobody coming up just learning electronics. You know, I see these little kids and they're like 10 and 9 and 8 years old, and they're sitting over there right over the live scope. They're not even paying. They're not even doing the fishing thing. You know, I don't know if they do that all the time, but if that's how they fish all the time, it's not a good thing because they're never going to learn how to fish on their own. They're never going to be able to do like I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Hey, you know, you're looking for structure, you're looking for drop offs, you're looking for channels, you're looking for sloughs, you're looking for y'all know what I'm saying. There's all kinds of things that you can identify yourself even on top of the water without having a live scope and not having even a depth finder. So I think that's a problem with that. You make sure that that child and the young people coming up know how to fish without electronics. Can they fish with electronics? Heck yeah. Do I have electronics? Have I used them? Heck yeah. I've used them a lot. But I don't think, I think you should be able to teach them, you know. And I can't vouch for everybody on Facebook, and you never know. You see a little kid over there fishing with some, you know, for crappie or doing something like that and just staring at a live scope. It might be the first time he ever tried live scope, and it might be like, hey, I got it on here. You want to check it out? It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? But as long, I mean, if you take that boy out fishing, you know, by himself another time, and he just don't even know what to do, he wants to know where the live scope is because you know that's what we don't want. We don't want reliability on the machines like that. You know what I mean? Teach them how to fish the real way. You know what I mean? This and that. You know, learn your spots, learn your habitats, learn where your waters are. Do it that way first, and then if they want to get electronics later, then heck yeah. If you're going to go in the bass fishing world and you're going to do it for a living and you want to go in pro bass fishing, you better get you a live scope. I'm going to tell you that right now. Unless it's banned in whatever sport you're in, you better get a live scope or you're going to get left behind. You know what I mean? The correct way is not the lazy crap way. That's right. That is right, Birch. That is right. That is right. Y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all on here a whole lot longer. I done gave y'all a little word about what I thought on a whole lot of stuff tonight. You know what I mean? So the ones that find the information useful, you know what I mean, and the ones that appreciate it, I appreciate y'all. I'm not gonna stay up. We're going on almost 2 hours now, so I'm not gonna keep y'all on here a whole lot longer. I might jump on tomorrow night. I don't know. Through the weeks, it's kind of sporadic when I jump on it. Just when I get a hair and I decide to start working on some fishing rods and jump on. Hopefully, the next couple of days, I'm gonna get some more materials in, and we can start putting some more epoxy on and everything. I got some thread work to do on quite a few rods. That'll be coming up this week too as well. So we'll be staying busy in here, and y'all keep checking in. If y'all didn't hit that sub button, make sure y'all did, so y'all can sub up to me and catch me when I come on next time. You know what I mean? I invite everybody to sub to me, haters and awesome people like most of y'all in here. But I encourage y'all haters to sub us too. Sub me up. You know what I mean? I appreciate everything everybody's doing, though. We're growing here on the page. Like I said, when we hit 1K subscribers, we're going to do a nice little donation back to y'all. Hook y'all up with some baits and fishing towels and some apparel and stuff, okay? So I appreciate everything y'all are doing. Time for a timeout. But leave the youngins. I didn't even see it, Steve. Hell, you know what? I started ignoring her. I started ignoring her ass a while ago. You know what I mean? I started, excuse my language, I started ignoring her butt a long time, quite a few comments ago. She wasn't bothering me. I didn't even see it. You know what I mean? I had to subscribe. You're awesome, man. Appreciate that, Birch. I'll give you a sub back, brother. I'll definitely give you a sub back. Byron, man, appreciate you joining us. Have a good one, man. Have a good one. Have a good one. K. Joe Turner, have a good night, brother. Have a good night, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hey, appreciate y'all watching that chat for me too on my moderators. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, everybody. It's time to hit that reset button on the week. You know what I'm saying? I wish y'all a great Monday. No, it's not, Steve. You had all the right, man. I trust you and Steve, and I trust you and K. Joe and Chris and all y'all y'all know what's up. That's like I said in there, you know, hey, when y'all ready to get rid of them, it ain't bothering me. But if they get acting stupid like that, we'll get rid of them. You know what I mean? We'll get rid of them. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all looking after me. Everybody, have a great, blessed night. Have a great start to your week this week, all right? We'll catch y'all on the next live. BigSrod's getting ready to sign off.